NorCal. 209 King of Comedy. It's Rick without the K. James presents In My Opinion Podcast.
Welcome back to episode 11. Our next question is, how do you deal with your partner's scandalous friends? We're going to start with you, Melinda.
Well, I'm lucky because my partner don't got no friends. No, I'm kidding. I'm kidding.
Good for you. Good for you.
This is a tricky question because as a woman, I know most females are looked at a little worse than men when it comes to that type of shit, right? We're kind of judged a lot faster than you guys are. But I do have some scandalous friends who doesn't. The thing is, what they do doesn't directly affect us, so fuck it, who cares? There's still good parts about them, right? But the topic is, for me, do birds of a feather really flock together? Because I have quite a few slutty friends, but then I have quite a few Christian friends, and I'm not slutty, but I don't know how to feel about that. I like the way some of their outfits look, if that makes sense. But it doesn't necessarily mean that the character inside those outfits is part of that. So that's a tricky question, honestly. Like, I think guys have more of a problem with this type of thing than women do of their men's friends. I really do. I think it's more of a guy's issue.
Well, you know, the old saying, you are what you eat. I think, to me, it actually has meaning here. What I mean by that is, when I had a young daughter who was 14 and 15 years old, she had a girlfriend who was already screwing everybody. I mean, the young girl at 14, 15, no, you can't have her number. She was...
Sounds like she's close to my age.
she was... My daughter's 31 now. Yeah, she goes into your age. So the funny part is I would explain to my daughter, if you run around with kids like this, you're going to be perceived the same way. If you're running around with sluts and whores, I'm sorry, but it's the truth, everyone's going to think Brittany's a bad girl too. God bless them, right. As a father, you don't like them, okay? I don't like these. So, and I would try to explain to her with this. And so, I believe, you know, as a father, when I was trying to teach my daughter, who you hang out with and who you run around with means a lot. Because if you're a person who's, you know, trying not to do drugs, you're trying to stay sober, or whatever it is, you can't run around with someone who's snorting coke or drinking all the time. You can't do it. So it's very important who you run around with. And your partner's friends are the same way. If you're a person who's trying to live a certain life, or whatever it may be, and your partner has 4 or 5 friends that, you know, just you have a hard time tolerating, maybe you can spend certain time with them. Maybe you can do certain things with them, but you can't, like, run around with them all the time, because if you're living a lifestyle, it's just like me trying to eat keto. It's just anything. It's really hard to be around people when there's donuts, because the reason I got fat to begin with is because I don't have no self-fucking control.
Would you want a cop?
Huh? No.
Well, I think if you're the alpha, though, in that situation, like, because for me, I'm very strong-minded. If I don't want to do something, you're not going to talk me into it, period. Period. And so I do think that my girlfriends that are on the more risky side have befriended me because I don't judge a lot.
What's your names?
It doesn't matter. You know, they're older. But I think that being the alpha, in a way, I kind of feel... we teach each other things. Like, they teach me not to judge, because when you get to know them as a person and not by their looks, I'm very impressed with what they have on the inside. And then it also teaches them that, wow, like, I can be strong. I don't have to do this shit if I don't want to. Because they've seen me directly. I'm very direct and sometimes not very polite about it. So,
well, that's a great point, and I'm that way as me, and I know that's two-faced, and I'm sorry, but when it comes to your daughter, because it's a daughter, man.
Right. If it was a kid, I'd
and so I'm very much pick your friends, pick your boyfriend who has good friends, you know. But with me, I don't give a fuck, because I cast judgment on someone how they treat me.
Right. But that also comes with age. When you're talking about kids, now in this situation we're talking about partners, but when you're talking about kids, it is important to be strict on those rules, because that's when they're developing. That's when we're teaching them not to do those things, right? So when they get older and they're strong and they know not to do those things, it's okay to be around it, because you're not going to fold.
Right.
But that's a matter of the person as an adult, not as a child.
And Drew will put it better. I can't put it, but like when you're dealing with a girl, when you're dealing with a boy, you're dealing with one penis, and when you're dealing with a girl, you're dealing with every penis. Angel, what's your take on this subject?
All right, my take would be. I lost my track.
How about now teaching your children
These are
who they
black girls,
teaching
usually
your
the
children who they
scandalous
hang out with?
Okay. So check it out. So in my point of view, when you know what friends you have, like me, I have my friends that I know I'm gonna chill with them. We're not gonna do nothing stupid, but I'm gonna go with these friends. Okay, well I gotta be careful and I have to have control, right? And it should be the same thing with your girl. If you go out and you're like, I'm going out with my slut friends, I'm like, okay, check it out. You're going out with your slutty friends tonight. You're gonna come back at 10 now. All right, you're gonna go with your friends that I like and I trust. Oh, come back tomorrow morning. It's fine.
That's a good point, though. That's
But at the same time, it's just self-respect. It's like you should already know, and if you know your lady that good, be like, okay, well, I know when she gets around these people, she drinks too much, or whoop-de-whoop, vice versa. I don't know, it's just up and down with that one for me.
That's a great point, though. It's who she's with, and if you know them already.
And if you know her already.
Yeah,
you
exactly.
Know,
and you're like, okay, she acts kind of different when she's drinking with these people than she does with these people. Now, why is that? Oh, these bitches are hoes.
How exactly do you feel?
Now, I wanted to jump in
Go ahead.
because when you spoke the first time, you said something about like self-control around those people or something like that, and that females usually don't view a guy doing shit like that, and more guys view females getting in the group and acting a fool. But that's the reason, because all three of us can go out and we'll try our best to get laid tonight. Maybe it might happen, maybe, we don't know.
Yeah.
Right? If maybe they get liquored up enough or not. But if you go out with three other decent looking girls and one of you guys want to get laid, all of you motherfuckers is getting laid tonight.
Hell no.
So there's a
What he's
total
saying-
difference.
What he's saying is,
But any
if-
girl that wants to get laid
Right.
will get laid.
if they choose to.
Period.
Yeah.
Yes.
I want to make a point, though. I get laid every night. I just don't always have a partner.
Do you do the backwards one too, so it's different?
Remind me not to shake
So-
your hand after.
So that's one point I wanted to make clear, and I almost forgot it. That's why I pulled out my phone. I was like, I was going to send myself a text, right?
Fucking idiot.
So there's that, and then the reason I wrote this question is because I mentioned one of my girl's friends doing some scandalous shit this past weekend, and it came back that, you know, well, why is he talking about me, blah blah blah, and then I started thinking like Ronnie, right? Like an old dude thinking behind it is if you weren't doing the shit, people wouldn't have the ability to talk about what the fuck you're doing.
Yeah.
And I said, so you should be more mad at yourself for doing the shit than me speaking to somebody else about it. Because if you've never done it, then I wouldn't have nothing to fucking say about you. So I just feel like that. And I feel like when it's a group of girls, I personally don't like it when my girl wants to go out with a group of girls. Because I just feel like there's just the one that's there to cause fucking trouble, man. And so there might be 8 of you and 7 of you
So
have,
this one
hey,
must
we're
have
just gonna
stirred
go
up
out and
trouble
we're gonna,
before, right?
huh?
The one must have stirred up trouble with your chick before.
No, because
You just fear it may happen.
No, I'm just of the mind that we've talked about this before, that if I'm in a relationship with you, then we're in a relationship. We should be going out together. You shouldn't be wanting to, let's spend a girl's weekend in Vegas.
Right.
Then fucking go be with your girlfriends then. Because
Yeah.
that's who you want to be with.
Yeah.
You want to act single, go be fucking single.
Yeah.
If you want to be in a relationship,
Well,
then
Vegas
we're a
is
relationship.
definitely not a girl's weekend if
Yeah,
you are in
that's-
a
you know-
relationship.
That's what girls and whatever guy they hook up with that weekend.
Yeah.
Type of weekend.
Yeah.
Okay, but you have to
Now,
trust your lady.
Napa for the weekend's a little different.
Yeah,
with
but if you
wine
trust
and
your lady
spas
enough,
and whatnot, right?
Then yeah, I feel like it shouldn't be an issue to let your girl go out for the weekend, but it depends on who she goes with.
And what's the plans?
But you know, one thing
Yeah,
I want to
exactly.
touch on what you said is, and it's kind of funny. Let's say 6 girls go out together. If you have that one slut at the table, she's gonna bring multiple guys to the
Yeah.
table. So that's the issue to me. You brought up a good point, is that, you know, and then of course everyone, I mean, so there's an issue. So if you have that one person that's the...
Well, but wait,
because
he's
one
talking
girl-
about girls like me and my friends go out, hey, we draw the crowd when we walk in the door. And I'm not saying that with a big head. I'm just saying it happens.
Right.
It really does.
Right.
We don't have to get up and approach anybody. We've gotten up, we'll buy our own drinks, we all run our own tabs, and they still won't leave us alone to the point where we're like, bro, we're with chicks. This is a chick time. Get away.
Okay, let's say you have...
That right there,
Let's
bro.
say you have... Let's say you have...
I get drinks from girls and
Let's
guys.
say you have a friend who has a partner who's a little bit of jealous, or those two's having a problem. And one of the girls at the table is bringing a bunch of guys to the table. That's going to do nothing but cause trouble.
I've been in that situation.
Your situation might be different because you might be strong. You might be happy in a great relationship, and you might be like, nah, I got something better at home.
Right.
But that other girl might not.
Yeah.
Okay, that's what I'm saying. That can cause trouble.
Sure
Normally it is that one girl that's has problem in her own relationship,
Troublemakers.
wants to go out, and
Right.
hey girl, we gonna turn up. My man ain't gonna tell me when to be back, and it's that one that you're just
little
like,
fucking shitster.
No.
Because I'm going to tell you the truth, you know, especially like in the relationship I'm in right now, and I'm talking about a friend. There's a...
Look like that?
yeah, right.
does he look like?
The funny part of it is I'm probably in a spot, if we were to go out and girls were to approach the table, I'd probably be questioning my relationship right now. So that's the thing, if you're in that type of situation as a girl and your girlfriend's bringing a bunch of guys to the table, I don't need to be tempted right now. Does that make, do you understand what I'm saying?
It's about respecting your friends, though. And I think that if you, in fact, that's a rough one, because not all people will respect the shit that you're in, you know?
Right.
I've been in this situation where we went out with a group of girls. All of us were all coupled up except one. And of course, that one wants whatever she can get for free. Well, I told her, get the fuck over the bar then. Because this booth is not for your little fucking scallywags to come over here.
Guys aren't sensitive. We're not gonna...
That's how it's done, though.
Guys aren't sensitive. I'm not going to tell Angel, we go out and have a beer. Angel, I'm in a really bad spot at home, so let's not talk to him. Guys don't do that.
I would respect it. I'm
But you
say it,
know,
you know
he's
that.
out for bro talk. You're not going to go bring in all the bullshit. You know
No,
what I mean?
yeah,
And I'm
no.
kind
I'd
of
be
the
like, hey,
same.
bro, I think you gotta go.
Go home. Your
Trying to
chick's
get my dick
calling.
wet.
Your chick's
No,
calling.
man, I'm telling you right now, guys, if guys are out and something like that happens, especially if, you know, if a guy's single or something, there's no way a guy's thinking about, my buddy's in a sensitive spot right now.
No, yeah, for sure.
There's no way.
They're like, damn.
A guy be like, hey, over here, we're buying.
Boy, Charlie Murphy, main man, Rick James. That's the one you think, the comedian Rick James. Get up.
I can't hear my neighbor crying, I can't breathe.
Please hit the subscribe button down low so you can see all new clips, all new episodes coming to you.